This is Ndtv. And you're watching Ndtv Hindu.
Education and technology, often two sides of a coin. And in evolving nations like us, a combination of the two can do wonders in spearing us into the big league. BOSS is an example, an open source software by Chennai-based CDAC to reach out to students especially. A little bit of this and a little bit of that, some of the coolest, niftiest must-have gadgets. And get desi in our gaming segment. Play a game of Kabaddi while you're at it. Some people can take a very socialistic approach to technology. How can one use a piece of code or a software or an application free of cost and transmit the same across users? Well, Linux is an open source software, and Chennai-based Center for Development of Advanced Computing, or CDAC, has introduced something called BOSS based on Linux. Pratibha Raman gives us the details.
Many a times you feel a certain software had a particular feature which should have made it all the more useful. Then you console yourself saying at least the updated version will have the added feature. Most popular softwares come in the form of executable files, which means you can only be the user of the application. Neither you nor any geek can attempt to modify or customize the software. But today on the show, we are going to look at an open platform which allows you to access the source code. So you are going to be the boss of your own software and the application. To enable the open source concept in India, the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDAC, introduced BOSS, Bharat Operating System Solutions. Based on the computer language Linux, BOSS offers an operating system coupled with a plethora of softwares ranging from multimedia to business applications. And all of it supports nearly 18 Indian languages.
The National Resource Center for Free and Open Source Software has been set up by Government of India as a part of its initiative to promote open source software in the country. Free and open source software gives us 4 degrees of freedom: freedom of usage, freedom of modification, distribution, and the source code. As a part of NRC FOSS initiative, we have come out with Bharat Operating System and Solutions, which is an operating system with 18 language support.
And Linux helps curb the spread of virus from one computer to another, so the BOSS setup is actually useful in institutions that have a large network of computers. To cater to educational institutions, CDAC has recently developed a variant of BOSS, EduBOSS. An educational institution can install EduBOSS and students have access to a host of educative softwares that come with it. It starts with applications on word building for the LKG to exercises and examples on trigonometry, organic chemistry, applied physics, etc. up to the 8th standard. That's not all. It has Iceweasel web browser, OpenOffice for Word documents, worksheets and presentations, Banshee and Totem for music and movies.
The EduBOSS software is really user-friendly when compared to the other operating systems, because it's really easy to handle and all the applications are just a click away, and it's educational at the same time because I get to see demonstrations and exercises, and it's really informative for me, and I can have fun as well because the applications there can be explored by me, and it's really user-friendly, and it's not as time consuming as other operating systems, so it's really useful.
Now where can people do creative computing? Engineering colleges. Free open source software, or FOSS as it is called, is now a part of the undergraduate curriculum of the Anna University, to which 254 other engineering colleges are affiliated.
If somebody learns open source software, that person is learning lots of aspects, which actually what happens in the industry today. That is not so 10 years back, right? So that means if you want to become even a good software engineer, you must know how open source works. Not only a question of, it's cheaper and so on, that's always there, right? So that's the motivation why we went to engineering colleges and said, no, our computer science students should know about open source software, not only the products of that software, with like Linux, Apache and so on and so forth, but also the method of doing that software.
FOSS empowers the engineering students to exercise their technical expertise to use, change and improve a software and engineer it to suit individual needs. The computer department makes use of alternative integrated development environment for C programming languages using open source tools. And the database management system lab makes use of the open source software PostgreSQL instead of Oracle.
We at JI Engineering College emphasize FOSS because it's an additional skill set for the students which help them to face the industry even during the crisis. And the advantage of using FOSS being that it's cost effective and the students will get to know the design and structure of the software.
The FOSS students here have recently developed a Tamil spell checker for gedit, which is an open source equivalent to the Notepad.
Last year we started this open source project for Tamil spell checker. We have many spell checkers in English, but Tamil it works differently. So the project basically works like this. We have a couple words in Tamil dictionary format. We implement it on the text editor using Python parsers, etc. First, we implemented the engine on gedit, which is an open source equivalent to your Notepad and Windows. Right now we are trying to make a more modular approach to it, where we are trying to actually implement it on the OpenOffice and then we'll on other document writers and finally try to implement it on the Windows.
When the source code is out in the open, even users become co-developers. So with open source tools, the story of the software's evolution becomes a transparent plot.
Linux finds its applications in many domains, supercomputers and server installations. Mail in with your experiences on using open source softwares. Our email ID is feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. Also tell us if you believe that sharing is caring when it comes to tech know-how. On the other side of Reliance Big TV Byte, neighbors envy, owners pride. Some gadgets that are high on the drool quotient.